Hey there, it is your boy Brian Welch, aka the Realist Realtor, and your favorite realtor in Los Angeles, here with a little bit of some behind the scenes, as today I am in the office, hence the office. We got our Monopoly man there in the back, letting you know that we're holding down the streets, including Park Ave, all the Aves. In all seriousness, here in Los Angeles, I want to give you guys a little bit of a scoop of what it looks like to search for properties here. Now, as you guys know, my specialty is really in Hollywood Hills, Studio City, and West L.A., including Beverly Hills. And I'll dive into the reasons why, especially my top 3 reasons why I absolutely love the Hollywood Hills in particular. Now, first things first is this is where our creatives live. So our actors, our producers, our singer-songwriters, the folks that really make Hollywood what it is. They live up in the Hollywood Hills. The second reason I like Hollywood Hills is the proximity of where it is to the city, right? So from the Hollywood Hills, you're 15 minutes from Sunset Boulevard going down the hill. Let's say if you're in Laurel Canyon. So Sunset Boulevard cuts all the way through Hollywood and the most famous streets there in Hollywood. So about 15-20 minutes to Hollywood. Also, if you were to go north, you'd be running into Ventura Boulevard, which is the Valley's equivalent of Sunset Boulevard. So we have phenomenal restaurants there. That's where our Equinoxes will be. We know these are the important places. So the proximity is the second part. And the third thing that I absolutely love is gonna be the privacy that you get in Hollywood Hills. This is one of the few locations where you can actually find wildlife without having to go all the way to Timbuktu. Although real estate in Timbuktu has been definitely more desirable as of late, everyone seems like they want to run into the hills, which is nothing wrong with that, especially if you're an Iron Maiden fan. You know, running to the hills is something that could be a lot of fun. But for those who want to be close to the city and yet have privacy, there's no better place than Hollywood Hills. So at this very moment, I am working with several clients who are looking in the Hollywood Hills. I actually have a listing that's in the Hollywood Hills now on Walnut Drive, and through the variety of open houses that we've had, I've met some really, really great buyers who are gung-ho, ready to go, excited about real estate. So I wanna give you guys a little bit of kind of what the behind the scenes looks like when I'm shopping for clients like this. So I'm gonna go here to the, let's not do that, let's go to maps. I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map. So if we're here in Los Angeles, there we go, the city of angles and angels. So Hollywood Hills, there's actually several types of Hollywood Hills. So where we're gonna focus today is Hollywood Hills West. So this is gonna be the west side. It's gonna be west of the 101. We also have Hollywood Land and the Hollywood Dell, which is actually where the Hollywood sign itself is. And that's gonna be east of the 101. For today, we're gonna focus on, we'll actually focus on both the Hollywood Hills. So here, I'm gonna use this little polygon, and I'm gonna draw from just south of Studio City, which is the Valley, and we're gonna go all the way through Laurel Canyon, and we're gonna cut all the way through these hills here. We have Nichols Canyon, where Seth Rogen actually just bought several homes. And then we're gonna go to Truesdale Estate, so this is the 90210, Beverly Hills. And then we have Benedict Canyon, we'll go there as well. And then let's go to Beverly Glen, Lower Bel Air, and we'll cut all the way back around through Mulholland, and then just beneath Ventura Boulevard this way. So that's gonna be one polygon, and then let's go grab Hollywood Land as well. Nothing wrong with being close to the Hollywood sign. Also, that's where Runyon Park is, Runyon Canyon Park, which is the actual Hollywood sign's hike that everyone in Los Angeles loves to go to. So we'll go back to criteria. Now my clients are looking for three beds plus, and then they're also looking for a 2-bed plus, and square footage wise, we're at least gonna be 1,700 square feet or more. So that'll be a really, really good start, and then it's a single family home. So looking here, we have 373 matches. Now let's put a little bit of a price range to this. So we'll go here 1.5. These are for these clients in particular. And through, we'll call it 2.2. 2.2. Okay, wonderful. So 36 results. So that's a lot better. So we'll check out those results. And now first things first we like to look at is what is the days on market here. So typically the longer it's on market, the more likelihood that it could be several things. It could be the home is one, overpriced, which is more likely than not what the case is. Secondly, we just have a seller that's not motivated. And thirdly, it could be something further than that. Say there's a tenant in the house, and that's one reason associated with the selling. At the end of the day, motivation and price are directly correlated. So if a seller is properly motivated, they're gonna price the home to sell. And if they're not motivated, then things are gonna be, it's gonna be priced too high. Because even if it has a tenant, it'll just affect the price, right? So let's look here. This is actually a really good option here. So this home on Benedict Canyon, I actually went and saw this home. Now, this is an interesting one. I took these clients to see this home, is that it's listed as a 3-bed, 3-bath here on title for 2.1, which is actually not a bad price for Benedict Canyon. Although Benedict Canyon is one of the arteries that you'll see here that cuts from the valley through all the way down to West L.A. So these are great access points in terms of travel, but the one thing is that you have so many cars that are coming through nowadays from people going from Beverly Hills to the valley. Now, what happened during COVID, right around that time in 2020, is people realized that they can get a brand new construction in the valley for half of the price that they would be paying in Beverly Hills and Hollywood Hills. So a lot of folks transitioned from the west side all the way to the valley. So with that, there's just a lot more traffic that's coming through our main arteries, which one of them will be Benedict Canyon, this house here in particular. So this house is super interesting, mainly because it's on title as a 3-bed, 3-bath. It shows on the MLS that it's a 3-bed, 3-bath, but if you go and see it in person, it's actually a 2-bed and 2-bath, which actually is a very interesting thing that we don't see very often, because this actually affects value. So this would be one of those scenarios that you're taking a look here online, 3 beds, 3 bath, that sounds amazing. But then you go in person, it's only 2 beds and 2 bath. So this is a case where the seller did a beautiful remodel, but unfortunately she took away 1 bed and 1 bath. So unfortunately, she designed it for herself, never planning to move. And of course, when you never plan to move, I promise you that at some point you're gonna make a move. And this is one of those cases that she's trying to get the top value for it, but she's gonna have a tough time at this price because it's only a 2 bed, 2 bath. And this home is not gonna be worth 2.1 at that price. Most likely it's gonna be worth 1.8. And it's a beautiful remodel, so she did a really, really nice job. So let's go here. And there's another one here on Mulholland. So this property here is listed at $2 million. Again, this is a property that whenever you see rare opportunity, you know that there's something going on behind the scenes. Likely this means that the agents are trying to pitch this as a development opportunity, an investor opportunity. But if it's on the MLS, that means that you're asking for the premier price. If you see it on Zillow, you see it on Redfin, or we see it on the MLS, that usually means that they're treating it as a final product. Whereas if it's an investor type deal, this is typically the type of deal that never finds its way onto the market. These are homes that typically stay off market because really the motivation is not high enough, or they're so distressed that they will just take an offer that's below that listed price, and it'll never see the light of day on the market. A home like this is probably worth 165 or maybe 1.7 because of the lot size being 9,700 square feet. So this is a little bit of the thought process that goes into searching for properties for my clients. Typically too, here we have all the access to the agent's information. So in the case that we don't know the full scoop, typically I'll call the agent, just try to find out the scoop behind the scenes, because my client's time is very, very important. And if I can create clarity on whether this house is gonna be a good fit from here at my desk, it's gonna save all of us a ton of time on the back end. So I'm gonna check out these couple of houses. So I'm gonna go to 2 different houses that are here in the Hollywood Hills area. So the first one that we're gonna go to is on Berry Drive. So this is actually in Studio City, just south of the boulevard. That's also a fun term people like to say is, I want a house just south of the boulevard. So this is exactly what they mean. This is a very typical style home that you'll see in Studio City, especially in the hills. It's gonna be single story. This is actually a beautifully done remodel from what I'm seeing in the photos here. So certainly the mid-century modern. It's got nice arches at the top, and this is what we love about the hills. This is what I love in particular, is gonna be the views that we get. So beautiful views, nice indoor-outdoor feel here. So this is 4-bed, 3-bath, and this home is 4 days on the market. So it'll be interesting to see how long this one stays. I do believe it's priced very competitively at 2.3. And I'm really, really excited to see this one. So 4-bed, 3-bath, we'll take a look at that one here in just a bit. And then we have one more house that we're gonna see. The second house we'll see is, actually the agent for this house reached out to me because of my listing that I have in the Hollywood Hills. And this is something that us agents do often. She said, you know, Brian, just curious of how your attraction is. It looks like you're priced very competitively, which we are. And just wanna know your what things look like. And so she has this house here. Really, really nice agent, super cool person. I love agents that can make jokes and be light about things, because in this business especially, we need as much good energy as we can get, because let's be honest, we're talking about money, talking about dollars, people's stresses, their concerns, it's scattered all over the wall. So when you meet cool agents, it's definitely the best thing. That's also my favorite part about this business, is the relationships I get to build with listing agents. So this home here on Hollywood Hills, first of all, it's in a really, really great school district. It's in the Wonderland Avenue School District. So definitely a desirable school there. I believe it's rated 9 out of 10 on great schools for elementary schools. So she ended up listing the house here at 2,685. Now, I told her from friend to friend that this house is likely gonna go for somewhere in the ballpark of 2.3, if not 2.4. So we'll see what happens here. Again, she's 6 days on the market, and I could very well be wrong, because at the end of the day, these are my opinions based on how I see the market, especially when you have listings in the hills, you know typically what the market's doing. So I'm excited to see it in person. For this agent's sake, I hope that I'm wrong. I hope she gets $3 million for this house, and then all the prices go up. But sometimes what I hope is the case and what I really see on a daily basis are two different things. I usually like to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. So this one's listed at 2.7. So we'll definitely take a look at this one. These are two houses here that are very, very special. Again, the cast of people that show up to a house like this, for one, the first house that we see is definitely the house for a creative, someone that likes to have the creative space, be able to kind of disconnect from the world, and they get to be in their own space with a gorgeous view, somewhere they can just work on their thoughts, work out their thoughts, and create beautiful things. So that would be house A. House B is definitely a house for a family. So this is a house for a family. It's got 4 beds, 4 bath, almost 2,600 square feet. So this is the type of home that is going to be perfect for a family, yet it still has the gorgeous views. So if it's my family there, we're gonna have breakfast out on the patio. We're gonna probably eat all the meals out on the patio because, you know, dad likes an active lifestyle, so it is what it is. And that's the scoop for these two houses. So this is a little bit of what it looks like to search for real estate for my clients. Today, I'm just viewing these properties kind of just to see what is out there on the market today. That way, when I do pass by a family, then I'm like, oh my goodness, this house is gonna be perfect for you. I get to share these opportunities. Plus, I get to get a little FaceTime with the agents as well. It's always important to build really good relationships in the market that you work in, because there's two things that an agent looks for when they're deciding on who they're gonna work with and who they're gonna inspire their clients to choose when it comes to multiple offers on the table. One, which is very obvious, is going to be the numbers. So what price are they offering, terms are they offering? Now, this is something that we as agents don't really have a lot of influence on. That's ultimately about the buyer, what their finances look like, where they feel comfortable, and that's one side of the equation. The second side of the equation is the conviction to know that the deal is going to close. So they ultimately choose whomever is the most communicative and who they feel is going to be the most, one, authentic and transparent, but who's going to get them across the finish line. So those are the two things that are really important when a seller's agent is giving and presenting offers to their seller and deciding who they're gonna work with. Because let's be real, with such a big asset in their hands and time being so valuable, they want to choose someone who they trust and to get them across the finish line. In this business, we always say the squeaky wheel gets the grease. With lack of communication creates uncertainty. So you just want to give as much certainty as you possibly can. This is a little bit of what the behind the scenes looks like of looking at homes. If you have more questions about what happens behind the scenes, or if you want to know how we can even get a little more granular with the criteria to find something really specific, say you're looking for an ADU, this is just a little bit of what this process looks like. If you like this kind of behind the scenes content, please feel free to like and subscribe. Heck, you can even hit the notification button if you want to. Don't make me say the bell button. Ding! I just can't help myself. It's just who I am and how I am. I wish I was different. Okay, so please feel free to follow along there. Also, if you like this video, check out this other video I made as well of the actual tour of Studio City of Hollywood Hills and some gorgeous homes there that are available today. Also, we dive deep into everything Hollywood Hills, Studio City, and West L.A., including Beverly Hills. So if these are areas that you either have questions on yourself, you're thinking about making a transition, or you know someone that is, please feel free to reach out to me. Also, you can find me on Instagram as well at Realist Realtor Brian. Listen, it's all about, for me, it's about getting the business done, but also having as much fun as you possibly can. Because at the end of the day, it's not just a transaction. These interactions that I have, these are relationships that I plan to have for life. I plan to be a realtor for life, but listen, I'm not gonna ask us to get married on the first date. Let's just take the first date, see how we go. If you like coffee, it's on me. And if you like tea, it's also on me too. So I hope you enjoyed this, a little bit behind the scenes from your boy, the realest realtor in the streets of LA, Brian Welch, and I will talk to you soon.